Now it is time for what man used to go by, the Steiner brothers, Big Papa Pump down here on the doggone show today. L, talk to me about that offense, brother.
Steiner brothers, man, that's a good call.
Yeah, man.
RIP if one of them, or I'm gonna think about the Hardys. Somebody passed, I think. RIP if they did. But again, man, great win, man. Offensive game plan. We stuck with it. We ran that mug even when it didn't really seem so effective. That's how you kind of got to do it. We came out first play of the game, a 11-yard rush. It was a good hard run by Swaggy. It was one of them. This is the type of game it's gonna be. Y'all better bring your hats. And this is the game where the Lions brought their hats. And the Giants. I'm not gonna say they didn't stand up, but we came out on top. It wasn't necessarily a back and forth game, but this is kind of exemplary. We could give a call back to Dan Campbell's intro speech, or this speech in the on the first episode of Hard Knocks this year. He was talking about bringing them out to the deep water. We came out physical them all game. It was a beautiful sight to see. Beautiful sight to see. We tried to make them stop us. Both Swaggy and Swifty, we got to see them on the field at the same time. So some more, I guess, a little bit of creativity to actually work this time. Shout out to Coach Mike. You might have got Ben Johnson to not try to be so cute. We got to see Khalif Raymond being more effective. Khalif Raymond playing a nice role in this offense. And again, how I kind of look at it is, I'm starting to actually. I never had anything against Khalif Raymond, but I didn't think he was going to be around that long. I'm kind of hoping that we actually keep him around. He's proven that he can actually play football. He should be in this league. But what I'm saying is, I kind of think of a player who might get those touches, be like Jamison Williams or something like that. So maybe we get to see, maybe some of these players can be more explosive or whatever. But that's just looking down the line, foreshadowing or just looking ahead. But Evan Brown got hurt. Dan Skipper came in. I want to give a great shout out to Dan Skipper. They on the telecast they talked about Dexter Lawrence probably being the best nose guard in the league. Shout out to nose guards in the league. That's actually what I was. I won't say forced to play, but they put you on the nose for a reason. They line them up on. They lined Dexter Lawrence up on Dan Skipper's nose and on Jonah Jackson's nose, and both of them stood up. But shout out to both of those guys, Dan Skipper especially. Because he's supposed to be out there. But got his plays with a fullback, plays with mad tight ends, 8 guys on the line. 5 guys on one side. Lot beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hard-nosed football, man. Again, St. Brown playing a big focal point. It's each game. I know we're not playing for a whole lot this year. Maybe we are. We'll talk about that later on in the week. Maybe we are playing for more than what we could be. But just looking at how things are going to be. These are going to be these type of players for that kind of thing for me. Another decent game for Raymond. The turnovers led to points. On their side, they turned it over. We actually got to score some points. Got to see Swaggy get 3 touchdowns. Swift got a touchdown. And one of them was set up by a long run by Coach Mike's homeboy, Justin Jackson. Offensive line, again. Shout out to those guys. Didn't give up a sack. Against that vaunted, or at least highly expected to be vaunted, Wink Martindale's defense. Didn't give up a sack. Didn't give him none of that pressure. And he was sitting in a little bit. So shout out to those guys. Very good offensive game plan. Executed fairly decent. Great road win. What do you guys believe?
All right, for me, just a few notes, man. For real. Solid run game. No sacks allowed, no turnovers. And we score points in every quarter of the game. And kind of under the radar thing that happened, and then I'll give it to you, Coach Mike, the presence of DJ Chark on the field. What do you mean? He can stretch the defense. So while he was running down the field, you look at all the crossing routes and the passing lanes underneath, because he was taking the safeties away from the underneath coverage. So you had those underneath guys focus on on linebackers in some of those corners. So they were losing some of those guys and winning those matchups. Tom Kennedy, Khalif Raymond, Amon-Ra St. Brown. So you had that. So DJ Chark's return to the field, he didn't have a productive game as far as catching the ball, because he had like 1 or 2 targets, but the way he took the defense down the field is what I like. And you're going to see that. But, man, we get Jamison Williams back. You're going to have him, man, and you get Josh Reynolds back. We're going to be a problem. Sure. What you got, Coach Jones?
I think 37-26. And what is that? That's rushing attempts, 37 to 26 passing attempts.
Yep.
That's the game. That's the name of the game, especially when you on the road. You can jump ahead, and kicking that field goal was so key on the first drive, because then you can run the ball when you want to, and you're not forced into a passing game. And running that ball, man, and playing with, my part of the breakdown, man. Running that ball, running that WTA football. And what is that? Whoop that ass football. That's what we did yesterday. We played whoop that ass football.
Hey, thank you for checking out just right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for the Detroit Lions newsroom. To catch the rest of this conversation, go ahead and click on over to the full version of today's Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite.